We like to kick off our breakfast with a word of the day. You know, the value of the word of the day is that it builds a common vocabulary. And vocabulary is essentially the foundation of culture. And from the time we're children, we grow up learning vocabulary, and it gives us a sense of identity, meaning, and it's at the foundation for us as men in business, but particularly men of faith in business, and the importance of building that bridge between our faith and our professional life. And so we've started these words of the day. We've talked about things like free market, solidarity, subsidiarity, and other Catholic social teaching principles. We're going to transition into the virtues, which are our values of the fraternity: faith, hope, charity, prudence, justice, fortitude, and temperance. And so this morning's word of the day we'll focus on is the virtue of charity. I encourage you to read the Catechism on virtue. Virtue is a very deep, meaningful term, but it really is about a habit of the excellent life. The Greeks, the ancients, Aristotle, Plato, they understood the value of the virtuous life, that it was really the foundation of the constitution of a free person to exercise his will for the good, not just for himself, but toward God and toward others. And there's some real beautiful stuff on virtue in the Catechism. What it has to say on charity: it's the theological virtue by which we love God above all things. It's a good opportunity during Lent for us to see where our priorities have been at in the previous year, and our neighbor as ourselves. This idea seems normal to us, but at the time of Jesus, it was revolutionary. In the age of an eye for an eye, Jesus' commandment that we love one another as he has loved us makes love or charity a new commandment for us that is beyond our human capacity. What is charity? The best example of charity is Christ's death on the cross. It's complete and sacrificial love for us, for another, unto death. But just St. Paul kind of gives some, most of us have been married in here, and so this is the popular verse, right, that we like to use at weddings. But how often do we take the popular wedding verse on love and reflect upon that in our daily life? But St. Paul says of charity, charity is patient and kind. It's not jealous or boastful. It's not arrogant or rude. Charity does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. Boy, those are some good things for us to reflect upon, are they not? For us personally as men of faith at home, but also in our office. And I encourage you to consider or to think about, how is it that charity plays out in my life as an integrated man of faith in the professional world? At home, how do I love and how do I serve? As well at the office, how do I love and how do I serve? The Catechism asks us if we serve with freedom, or do we serve and operate with fear? Or like a mercenary looking for wages? I think that we can be that way in all of our relationships, whether that's marriage or our children or in the office. The answer to the question of the full life or the fruitful life is found in a charitable life. And so let us this Lent reflect upon charity in our own lives, how we live it at home and in the office. Amen.